Right, so I got my test in 10 days' time, and my instructor, who's just been running through the different subjects, he said he was going to look at the way I approach pedestrian crossings and my use of signals today, yeah?
Yep.
Huh? Right, so it really is important to remember it is actually 2 subjects, yeah? And I have actually read on the forum that this subject actually turned out to be all about signals, never went anywhere near pedestrian crossing, yeah? So don't ignore the signal bit, yeah? Think about the mistakes that can be made with signals. It can be not signaling at all, or timing of signals, which are going to be very important, yeah? Unnecessary signals. And then you really want to try and find out what I know about pedestrian crossings rather than wait to find out I don't know anything or find out I only know bits, yeah? You know, so as we get going, I'm probably going to play around with the signals here to begin with, yeah? And then once we feel that's kind of been sorted a little bit, then start trying to get inside my head and see what I know about crossings. You know, what do I know about the zigzag lines? Yeah? And the bits I don't know, fill in the gaps. Yeah?
Okay.
Now remember, it's pedestrian crossings and pedestrians.
Okay.
Yeah, so remember, pedestrians can cross anywhere, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any questions on that?
No.
Yeah? Right, so I've got my test in 10 days' time, yeah? There's 2 ways they'll play this: test in 10 days' time, or a couple of weeks' time, or a full licence holder who's got a driving assessment, yeah? Yeah? So it doesn't really matter which way we play it, because they're both going to be pretty similar anyway, yeah? Right, so what do you want to tell me to do?
Okay, I want you to do pedestrian crossings and signals.
Yeah, and what do you want me to do before we go?
Before you go... Oh, right, before you drive off.
Yeah.
Okay, your cockpit drill.
Yeah.
And your... Yeah. Set yourself up, your mirrors. How are you setting them up? What can you see in them?
Oh yeah, I can see the top and bottom of the back window.
Okay, brilliant.
And I can see the edge of my head restraint and
Great.
the edge of yours. I can see more of mine than I can of yours.
Okay, that's good. And your side door mirrors? What
Oh, I
you
can
see
see 2 finger widths, bit of sky, bit of road,
Yeah.
and the same in that one.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah?
Yep, so when you're ready, I can move off.
And we're going to take the next turning to the left.
Okay, we're going to take the next turning on the left, please.
And at the end of the road, we're going to be turning left.
Okay, at the end of the road, we're going to be turning left.
So how am I doing so far?
I was supposed to talk about pedestrians, I think. You're doing well. There's no pedestrian crossings. I have not seen any
Yeah,
pedestrians.
and what's the other subject we're covering?
Oh, signals. So
Okay.
what am I, yeah.
Sorry?
So what am I supposed to spot for signals?
Well, think back to yesterday when we done a merging.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we've got pedestrians ahead of us.
I just forget the pedestrians
Okay,
at the minute.
okay.
Just concentrate on the signals at the moment.
Signals, okay.
Right, so think back to what we done yesterday.
Okay.
with emerging.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do we do 6 car lengths away?
We put the signal on.
Right, and where have I been signalling?
You've been signalling either too late or too early.
Well, I haven't done it too early yet, right. So we're going to turn
About
left.
here, yeah. We're going to turn left at the end of the road.
I've been sticking a signal on here, which is about 1.5 to 2 car lengths away, yeah?
So that's too late.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what would you do about that?
Okay. I would say to you, you've timed that signal too late.
So we stop on the left here
Okay.
a minute. Did you manage to download the analysation sheet last night?
Oh no, I'm gonna do all that tomorrow. Sorry, tonight. Yeah, I didn't do it last night. I'll do it tonight. Yeah, so if you've signalled too late, can't I say something like, you've timed that signal late, and what are the consequences?
Well, what's the first question you come in at?
The first question is, why did you signal so late?
Look on the signals,
Signal. Okay, what signal should you have given? When should you have? Okay, when should you have signalled?
Oh, about 6 car lengths away.
Yep. So why should you have signalled at that point 6 car lengths away? Because you signalled about 1.5 car lengths away.
Oh, to give people time to react, isn't it?
Yeah. What's the consequences of not signalling at that time, at the point that we talked about 6 car lengths away?
Well, people wouldn't have time to react, would they? Pedestrians and the road users.
Yep. It's good. So how will you know? How will you know when to signal, when to time it properly?
Oh, I know. 6 car lengths away.
Okay. So so let me help you with that one then.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So what was the fault I was making?
Okay. The fault you were making is you signalled too late.
Yeah. So why do you reckon I was signalling too late?
Because you hadn't timed it properly.
Yeah.
But you know when to do it, but you didn't do it. You forgot. I don't know.
It's my judgment of 6 car lengths away is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's okay. So can I ask you, how far do you think 6 car lengths away is from here?
About from here to that pothole.
To that pothole. I would say it's about as far as the blue car in front of us.
Right. So the way you want to approach it now is you want to talk them through the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. And tell me when to signal and say this is 6 car lengths, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And at the end of the road, we're going to be turning left.
Okay. At the end of the road, we're going to be turning left. So I'll help you with
sorry,
this one.
it's
It's
not
a
actually
bend,
a
isn't
turn,
it?
it's a bend,
Yeah. Because I'm looking for the junction line there. Wow, it's a sharp. Okay.
And turning left.
Okay, we're going to be turning left. So, signal about here.
That's about 6 car lengths.
That's about 6 car lengths.
So now go into it. So why is it?
So why is it important to signal at the right time?
Oh, to give people time to react.
Yes. And what could be the consequences of not signalling at the right time?
Well, if I signal too late, then I suppose I could have been a pedestrian,
Yeah.
maybe stepping out the pavement, and then
Yeah, you could be misleading other road users.
And we're going to turn right.
You're going to turn right, so...
Where are you going to signal?
Where are you going to signal?
Oh, I bet now.
Yes.
That's about 6 car
That's good.
lengths. That's 6 car
That's
lengths,
6 car lengths,
yeah. So keep going on with the question.
Okay, so why is it important that we signal left? What could the consequences be if we don't? You said that you could be misleading other road users. So how, you know...
turning right.
And we're turning right. So signal about from here. Okay, so tell me again, why is it important to signal at the right time?
To give people, pedestrians, other road users, time to react to my signal.
Yes, and what would the consequences be if you didn't time that properly?
I could mislead them, and they could have to take sudden action, or a pedestrian could step off the pavement because my signal is a bit late.
That's good. Yep.
Now you need to now kind of just look for gaps in my knowledge.
Okay.
Would I always signal 6 car lengths away?
No, you wouldn't.
No, don't tell me the answer. Ask me.
Okay. Would you always signal at 6 car lengths away? We're going to turn right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, to give people time to react. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's where I'm stuck. I know that that's not the right answer.
Yeah. So what is the right answer?
So for example, let me out of roll. For a left turn we'd do 6 car lengths, and right turn we'd do a bit longer, don't we?
Yeah,
About
it's the same.
Is it still the same?
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're going to help me with this one, why is it that it's not 6 car lengths all the time?
Well, what if we were coming up to an emerge, and there was a turning just before the emerge?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I read that. Yeah. Yeah. That would be too early. Okay.
Well, why?
So I'll ask you.
Well, what would be the consequence of me signal
You'd be misleading.
too early?
You'd be misleading other road users. They think that you're moving into the junction.
Yeah, the consequence of that would be is that the people waiting to emerge from that side road before they emerge may well come out in front of me. Yeah?
Yeah.
Thinking I'm turning into their road, but I'm not. I'm going down to the emerge just past their turning,
Just past that, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And in the same way, it's very important that I don't signal way too early.
Yeah. What would the consequences be of that one if you were to do it way too early?
Are you asking me, or...?
No, I'm asking you.
All right. Well, they might just think I'm pulling
up.
Yeah, if it's indicating left, and they might just think I'm turning into a driveway or pulling up and stopping, yeah?
Okay.
And the consequence would be that they may well overtake me, and I'm not actually pulling up, I'm actually going to go down to the junction. So they may well be alongside me and hit a vehicle coming towards me, or even hit me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So that's dangerous. Yep. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Right. I'll take that off you because you're going to need to be concentrating on what you're doing down here.
You're going to do more signals?
Well, yeah, just watch me and just see what you can spot.
What was that signal for?
I had to go around that parked car and then come back in again.
That was actually unnecessary. You didn't need to signal to come out from a parked car. So don't signal now.
Well, I mean, you know, if you...
I was going to carry on, but because of the junction, I'm not saying anything. So what could be the... what do you think could be the problem? The fact that you just signalled coming out from a parked car?
I don't know, there's no problem, really.
No? Okay. People might think that you're turning into the road on the right.
No, I never thought of that.
No, so...
but it's also... It's okay to signal to come back in, though, isn't it?
No, but both ways, because people might think that you're pulling... People behind you, or other road users and cars might think that you're pulling up on the left, which you're not. You're coming back to the position, aren't you, to your normal drive position.
So is that dangerous?
The consequences of that would be extremely dangerous, because they could be coming somebody from behind could be you know, you could be misleading them, and they could come overtaking you, which you don't want to do, and you'd be still on the same road, so there could be a collision there. So don't signal when you come out from this park.
So how do I let people know that I'm going around these park cars?
Your position would be sufficient. Your position of the car. So if you were to like now, don't move back in.
Oh right, yeah.
You just stay where you are.
Oh, so my position's quite a good form of signal, is it?
Absolutely, yeah. That's a good form of indication that you're going straight ahead. So we don't want to be weaving in and out when we've got too many cars parked either. Okay, so.
And we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left at the junction. You signalled a bit too early for this one.
That's about right.
That wasn't. There was a gate there, and there was about 8 car lengths. It's on the borderline, and
don't be picky if it's borderline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a difference between 6 car lengths and 1.5 car lengths, isn't there?
Yeah. All right then.
7 car lengths and 6 car lengths. Not really that.
Okay. Right then, I'll bear that in mind.
At the roundabout, we're going to turn right.
Okay, at the roundabout, we're going to turn right, please.
And you're going to be coming into an area now where there's pedestrians and crossings.
Yes, I can see it from here. So what do I talk about pedestrians?
Oh, come on, I already gave you a clue at the beginning, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said,
just
get inside my head.
Okay, go on.
What do I know?
Okay, pedestrians there. So I don't know what questions to ask.
Oh, is that a crossing?
It's a zebra crossing, isn't it? Okay.
Oh, is that a crossing?
Yes, this is a zebra crossing.
Is it?
Isn't it? Oh no, it's not.
There's no zigzag lines.
No, it's not a zebra crossing. It's a safe haven, I think. It's a hump.
So I should have stopped there, shouldn't I?
You didn't have to, but the pedestrian actually had already been on the road, so we give away to pedestrians when they have priority, when they're actually on the road. So did you see how that lady was jogging and she'd already been on this is a zebra crossing. Can you see the zigzags on both sides of the road? And yeah, you've got your the beacon, the yellow beacons. Yeah, they show you. So if you look well ahead, you can see the beacons from a distance. So, what's this called again? This crossing?
Oh, zebra.
Zebra crossing, yeah.
Yeah, turning left.
Okay, we're going to turn left.
Yeah, I stopped well back. That's quite correct, isn't it?
Okay. Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah, you did. I didn't even notice how much that was.
And we're going to turn left.
Okay, we're going to turn left. So these are speed humps, actually, but when you've got a pedestrian already on the road, we do have to give them away because they're vulnerable road users.
So if the pedestrian standing on the pavement, I just let them cross, yeah?
You let them cross, make eye contact with them, see what they want to do. They might want to cross, they might not even see you. Half the time pedestrians don't even see drivers. So we don't want to run them over, do we? So if you stop behind, if you go forward a bit more, you need to go actually
I'm stopping well short of that white line.
Yeah, just before the white line. So, carry on about here.
Yeah, so a good question there was, because I did give you a clue at the zebra crossing back there, didn't I?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I said I'm stopping well short of the white line.
Yeah, I know, you did.
Yeah, so...
You did. That's why I noticed this one, because you did give me a
clue. How do I judge where the give way or the stop line is?
It's under the door mirror, isn't it?
No, don't tell me where it is. How do I judge it?
Okay, I have to ask you. Right, okay, how do you judge that you're stopped behind this white solid line?
We're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left here.
I just wing it.
You just, sorry?
I'll just wing it.
You just wing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there's, you can use a reference for this. I'll show you at the next one. Okay, as to how to judge, because you were quite far back from the white solid line.
That's not a problem, no, is it?
It's not, it may not be a problem.
That's a crossing here, isn't it?
This is a crossing. Yeah.
Stop, check.
This is not a crossing, by the way. Keep going.
Oh, it's not a crossing?
No, it's not a crossing. That lady had actually entered the road. That's why you gave her away earlier on. This is not a crossing, it's a speed hump. Okay, you asked if it's not a problem behind white solid line. Well, it is, because you don't want to be too far back. So I'll show you. If you keep going. I'll show you where your references stop about here. So can you see the white line under your door mirror?
No, it's just ahead of the door mirror. Is that right?
Yeah, that would be. It should just fall under your door mirror.
Yeah, I wouldn't fall in the trap of actually telling me where my reference points are.
Okay.
Just ask me to pick up a reference point
Okay.
where
Can you?
where the broken line cuts into the car.
Okay, where the broken line cuts into the car.
Oh, just by the door mirror.
Yeah, that would be your guide for stopping at the right
And we're going to turn
place. We're going to turn left.
And is that important to stop in the right place?
It is important. Good question. It's important because you don't want if you're encroach on the line,
right.
you're going to turn right. If you encroach on the line, then what might happen? I don't know.
Well, if I encroach on the white line and actually stop on the crossing, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that dangerous?
It is dangerous because you don't want. You might have a kid on the zebra crossing, or you might have a pedestrian, elderly person.
And we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left. At the roundabout.
I've got an aunt of mine who's partially sighted, and she fell off the front of a car.
Okay, there you go then. Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's potentially dangerous. You don't want to encroach on the line.
And there was a police car behind that. You actually pulled a bloke over, and they gave him 3 points on his licence and a £60 fine.
Okay, so you can be prosecuted as well. Okay.
I have to stop. I have to wait in the zigzag.
No.
If part of the crossing, isn't it?
Where is the your reference for the white line? You stopped earlier and you showed me where it is. So
just near the
it's
door
there.
mirror.
Okay, so that's where you would stop at zebra crossing. Okay, so
Do I need to put a handbrake?
yeah, would be good because if you wait for more than 5 seconds, you've got more pedestrians. So she just dropped a newspaper on the zebra crossing, so that could have been right next to your car.
Is that illegal?
No, it's not illegal, but if you were over that zebra crossing and you didn't have a guide as to where to stop, she could have been right next to your car. Did you see the zigzag lines?
Yeah, I stopped
so
in
that's
there,
an
didn't I? I thought that was
indication.
part of the crossing.
No, that's an indication of an hazard coming up.
These quickly because they change.
Yeah. That happened so quick.
Yeah, turning left.
Okay, we're going to turn left.
Yeah, so why
Next
do you reckon I gave it a bit of welly there? What did you see coming up ahead?
Sorry, when's that?
At the Pelican crossing there.
Oh. Yeah. It was on green, wasn't it? You were fighting the green light. You do. Why did you come up that pedestrian crossing so fast?
In case it changed, I don't have to stop again.
But what if there was a pedestrian there now, crossing the road? What could be the consequences of you coming up so fast there?
That's green, wasn't it?
It was green, but you should always anticipate green light because it might change to red.
Oh, so what should I have done then?
So you should have been caution. You should have been a bit cautious than that and not speed up like the way you did. What could be the consequences of you speeding up?
I don't know, what does cautious mean?
You should have been a bit more careful. And
we're going to turn left.
we'll turn left. What to say? You could have run a pedestrian over there.
Yeah, obviously I shouldn't.
Yeah,
I shouldn't.
But the consequences of that would be that you could have injured somebody. I don't know what else to say.
Well, if the lights had changed, and I'd have to stop very quickly, wouldn't it? And I might not be able to stop at all.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't have been able to react.
And I didn't check the mirror on approach, therefore I haven't got a clue how close the car behind me would be. Yeah?
Yeah.
So come on, try and get inside my head a bit more. What do I know about these? I was a bit confused about those zigzag lines, wasn't I? And they're coming up again, aren't they?
Yeah. Zigzag lines. Do you know what the zigzag lines? Do you know anything about them?
I thought I did, but obviously not.
You're not supposed to park on them.
No, we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left at the roundabout.
Oh
zigzag
yeah, I
lines,
remember now. We're not allowed to park. Yeah.
You can't park on them, and yeah, you shouldn't be overtaking on zigzag lines either.
Oh, right. I can't overtake anybody.
You can't you can't overtake anyone, no. Because it could be dangerous. What could the? We've got another zebra crossing coming up, so whereabouts are you going to be stopping?
Oh, behind that car.
Yeah, behind that car.
That's a long crossing, isn't it?
That's a zebra crossing.
Yeah, it's a long one, isn't it?
It's a long one because it's got 2 islands. So yeah, that's a zebra crossing with 2 islands.
What does that mean?
Oh, I don't know what else to say. There's too much to talk about in this one. You're going to have to help me out. I have no idea.
2 crossings, isn't it?
Is it 2 crossings?
Yeah, it's got a centre reserve in the middle, yeah?
Yeah, so you treat it as 2 crossings,
Yeah.
so, okay. Oh, I don't know.
And we're going to turn right.
Okay, we're going to turn right.
Yeah, so this overtaking on the zigzags?
This overtaking on the zigzags, it's illegal, it's dangerous. Why do you think you shouldn't be overtaking on zigzags?
I know I shouldn't overtake a car, but I think I'll have a word with my instructor, because on my last lesson, he had me overtaking this bloody bike. I'm probably going to get points for that now, aren't I?
Oh, well, you can overtake bikes.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, you can overtake bikes. You shouldn't overtake a car, though. Can you think of any reasons to why you shouldn't overtake a car?
No, it's something about the fact that I wouldn't get a good view of the crossing and they wouldn't get a good view of me, innit?
Yep, absolutely.
And it's illegal, I think, isn't it?
And it's illegal. That's good. I don't know what else to say. Tony, you're going to have to help me with this. I have no idea what else to
I'm
say.
giving you the clues, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know how much I'm saying and how much I should be saying.
No, we're going to turn left.
Okay, we're going to turn left here. There's quite a lot of things to talk about.
Loads of pedestrians here, isn't it?
Yeah, so look, they've come onto the road, so
Yeah,
you're going to
just
give them
wave
away.
across.
No, you don't wave. You don't wave at them because okay, keep going.
Go on,
You shouldn't be
finish what
waving
you're
at pedestrians because
saying.
they might not. Yeah, they might not. I don't know what else to say. They might think somebody else. You're waving at somebody else, and that could be quite misleading.
No, they might get upset because I think I fancy somebody else.
No, it's not about that. Waving is a problem. You shouldn't wave at pedestrians, but I don't know what the reasons are.
Well, I was standing at a crossing the other day, and I was standing at a junction because I couldn't be bothered to walk down to the crossing, and somebody waved me across.
Yeah.
And I was so busy waving back at them, I nearly got run over by this bloody bus coming the opposite way. Now turning left.
Turn left.
Is that the reason why I shouldn't do it?
Yeah, that is the reason. You didn't have to stop here. This is not a crossing. Okay. What could the consequences be of you just stopping at anywhere?
He smiled at me.
Yeah, he smiled at you, but you can't just stop anywhere on the road. What could be the problem, do you think, of just stopping? What might the car behind you think?
I suppose he's not expecting me to stop, is he?
Yeah, exactly. So he might use the back of your car as a brake, mightn't he? And that wouldn't be safe at all.
Right, just stop in the road.
That wasn't easy.
Alright?
That wasn't easy. There's too much going on. That was tough. That's too much going
Well, of
on
course
there.
it's tough, isn't it?
That was one of the
Right.
hardest.
Right, let's wind it back, yeah? Right. Before you cover any subject, you need to know your subject. Yeah?
Yeah, and I've not studied this one.
Yeah, you passed your part 2, haven't you?
Yeah, but you know that's fine. But you know the reasons, the consequences. Those are the problems. I know what the problems are, but I don't know the consequences.
Right, so we went around and I kept you away from pedestrians and the crossings to begin with, and then we kind of stuck with the signals to begin with. And they didn't go too bad, did they?
No.
Yeah, so I did say to you before we got into
Signals are easier. Yeah.
Shut up and listen, woman.
Go on.
So I did say to you before we got in there, try and get inside my head and see what I know.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you are actually reacting quite well, but it would be easier if you were being a bit more proactive, yeah. So I mean, when I waved the pedestrians across, you did deal with it afterwards. But if that was me, I'd have got a question in a bit earlier and asked me would I wave to pedestrians. So if you get inside my head and find out what my knowledge is, you will probably find that the SE would probably give you the right answers. Yeah? But because you're not asking the questions, then he's presented with the situation, and I was presented with a golden opportunity there. Those two women standing on the edge of the pavement. Even at that late stage, I did actually pause to see if you were going to say something, because I really thought you knew what I was going to come up with next, yeah? And then I left it a bit longer and you didn't. And then I had a quick look around me and I could see it was safe to do so, so I waved them across, yeah? Yeah? And then you immediately said, I shouldn't wave them across, yeah? You had a little bit of trouble thinking about the consequences. They're obvious, aren't they?
Yeah, it could be misleading.
Yeah, because there might be a car coming down turning into that road, or it could even be Mr. Moped, young lad in his moped overtaking me.
Who doesn't know that that's happening?
Yeah.
Between you and the pedestrians, okay.
And I think I'm being really nice to pedestrians. I've done my good deed for the day, and I end up getting them run over by a bloody moped, yeah? So they got Michelin tyre marks all over their new jackets, yeah?
Yeah.
Some bank holiday weekend they're going to have, yeah? Yeah, so what you need to do is know all the regulations concerning pedestrian crossings, because there is a lot of them, yeah? Know that because you're not asking the questions, he is going to sit back and feel, well, you're treated a bit like a taxi driver.
Yeah.
And he's going to start putting these errors in. He's got no choice, really, has he? You've got pedestrians standing there. He's leaving it till the last second, no mention of him, yeah? And then when he waves them across, then you're then having to deal with it. But obviously, if you are going to deal with it reactively, which is not the best way of dealing with it, but you are dealing with it, then you need to know how to deal with it and the consequence. You need to come up with the consequences, yeah?
Fast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So the consequences are going to be quite obvious, yeah? Yeah, anything to do with a pedestrian or any other road user, if I give him a hand signal that's not in the highway code, and I actually encouraged him out, you know, if I wave him out of his drive now, because he can't, or she can't see very much, and there's a motorbike coming down the road, then technically, you know, I've really caused her to have an accident, or helped her to have an accident, yeah? Yeah. And she could kind of hold me partly responsible, couldn't she? Only partly responsible, because obviously it's up to her to make sure it's clear, yeah? But with a pedestrian, it's different, because the responsibility is nearly always going to come back on the person